y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Okay, listen, I know it's been 3 days. I've been busy moving. I was going to do some live and go live or do full face videos. But, honey, even though I got my heat on and I cut my fireplace off, to be honest, I'm going to be so transparent. Okay, it's 9 degrees right now in Atlanta and I just got up because I went to sleep. It's been cold all day moving stuff, but listen, we're going to get into this. This is my opinions only. I'm going to say what I have to say. This is how I feel. Can we disagree to agree or disagree to disagree, agree to agree? Yes, we are adults. We're going to keep this professional. Forget professional. We're going to keep this respectful, okay? I'm going to say what I have to say. I'm going to say how I feel about it, how I see it, and we're going to go from there. And guys, you can comment, but as long as you keep it respectful and we can have a disagree and agree moment, it's fine. We're human. We all think differently. So let's get into the video. Okay, as you guys know, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion had their court case. You know, Kelsey was involved. You had EJ King. We're going to get into him and his issue with Roland Ray, but not in this video. You had a lot of people forgetting. We had a lot of people, you know, doing speculations. We had a lot of things that wasn't done. It was just a mess, okay? Everybody, I'm going to be honest. This is how I felt. I said this before. I felt like Megan's story was changing. Kelsey and Tory's as well. But I'm going to get into you guys why this decision came about and why I think this decision came about. Only because I have dealt with people who have dealt with the system. Especially in Florida, it teaches you a lot because, you know, our laws down there are messed up. And then moving to Georgia is kind of the same, similar, but not really. But it all boils down to be honest, if you want to be honest, all charges in different states kind of are the same under the United States of law. I'm explaining y'all in a minute, but let's get back to this video. Okay, so today, Tory Lanez, yesterday, officially faced up to 23 years in prison after being found guilty on all the 3 accounts for July 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I'm going to say this. On December 22nd, there was some leakage that he was already found guilty, but they didn't come out with it till the 23rd, to be honest. I don't know. I guess that was already a decision. And it was already going to be said what it was. And they were going to deliberate more because not everybody agreed to being guilty, right? Okay, we know how that go. I'm going to tell y'all this. Tory Lanez already had some felony charges and was already on probation, allegedly. Okay? As a felon in the United States of America, you cannot have a firearm, possession or heard of any firearm. And I believe the firearm was his but was not registered. They will prosecute you and get you for that because they see you as a walking check. Y'all, I said this so many times. Please be careful. Okay, so his dad has something to say, and we're going to get into that in a minute.
Calling on all the umbrellas, I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose. Never. And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I know that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Rock Nation, because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you ruled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal.
Now you think it's
all of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
They all have children.
It's all done. Let's go.
Right. So after that, this word got back to Carl Crawford, who was basically Megan's old label manager or old label CEO, 1501, and he got word, and this is what he had to say.
Blooded 2 days before Christmas. This man finna go to jail and do 20 plus years. I saw his daddy talking in front of out in front of the courthouse. That shit was coming from the pit. That shit was coming from the pit. I felt that nigga, you know what I'm saying? That I mean, you see, I'm lost for words myself. We knew that this storm and I don't think he won't do that much time.
If they drove unnecessarily, and what we feared when we imposed the driving ban certainly is happening right now. We will be sending Buffalo police, Buffalo firefighters, and Erie County.
He won't get to see his son.
Rescue people that are stranded in their cars
for a long time.
People that drove unnecessarily, they put themselves at risk, and they're putting first responders at risk as well. So, for folks watching this right now, we're a couple days to Christmas, they still want to see their family, they still want to see their friends. What do you say to them?
I mean,
what they should and should not do tomorrow? Well, nobody should have been driving today.
Speechless.
The driving ban will extend into tomorrow.
They keep saying it's my turn. Shit, I'm next. I got a signed contract. I ain't in no criminal. We ain't in no criminal court or nothing like that.
I feel I took a shower.
What you gotta go do?
Take a shower.
What time the thing start?
Okay, guys, so y'all heard what he say. So Tory Lanez was signed to Interscope Records in 2015, which is true. Megan Thee Stallion was signed to Rock Nation in 2019. In February 2020, Tory Lanez announced his resignation. Tory was really supposed to sign to Rock Nation in 2015, but left. I think he was shopping for labels. So please don't think Jay-Z had anything to do with this, because Jay-Z has no problem with signing anyone, because Jay-Z's goal is to make all millionaires black millionaires and billionaires. He did it with Rihanna. He's doing it with his wife, and he also did it with Kanye West. And like Damon Dash said, we'll get into it in maybe a video or two, but he basically said that Kanye West is the problem child of the label. And yes, Damon Dash know, because that was Damon Dash label. Jay-Z took it because how Damon Dash had things going on. Everybody knows the story, and that's what happened. And number two, I didn't even know he was dating Millie. Now, I don't know if this is the same Millie that be kissing Nicki butt. I'm just saying allegedly. But if it is, I kind of see what the affliction is and what's really going on. I hope it's not. But I didn't know they were dating. And she basically was saying that she started people calling her phone, letting her know what's up. And the verdict is not true. I believe they just started dating. Probably a couple of months ago. I ain't never seen him out with her. I really ain't paying attention to posting her. Maybe because of the trial overtook, but I really didn't see no post between him and her. And it's the same Millie that's been on Nicki butt and commenting her, girl, bye. Because you really ain't saying nothing but being under Nicki butt, allegedly. But anyway, that's how she felt. But then a lot of people was telling her wasn't nobody really checking for her because nobody knew they were dating. There's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But I would have kept that same energy till the court date, to be honest, instead of doing a pop-out. I don't know, because it'd be a little petty. Hey, so I'm going to say this. I might get into a little spiritual moment, but I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. First of all, I'm going to start with Megan. I feel like right now, this is for Megan to really take a look at herself, really take the time to heal. You know, as a person who lost 2 parents the same year and had a miscarriage, I understand what she's going through. But, you know, me and my sister talked about it because we went through this. You cannot sit here and drink yourself away. It's not going to do nothing but make you somebody you don't want to be, in your heart going to be cold. You cannot do it. I feel like Megan tried to protect him in some kind of way and it didn't work regardless. Because I'm going to say this, the state picked it up. No matter what the situation is, the state will pick it up. So Megan did not tell the court, let's go to court, let's do this. No, the state picked that up because the state saying, okay, there's a firearm. He is a felon, allegedly. Let's look into this. This is what they do. This is how they do. And this is why I tell everyone in the black community, if you are a felon, sit your butt down, get yourself together, focus what you got to focus on. Don't run around here putting your hands on people. Don't run around here doing things because you're already wanted. And growing up, I was always told, when you already got a mark on yourself with the judicial system, you're always going to have a mark, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can move forward and get past it, but you're going to have to move regardless. To Tory Lanez, I feel like this is his lesson. God has spared him so many times, and now he has to sit down. I don't believe he's going to do a full 20-something years. I don't believe that. Maybe a year. I don't know. But he has to sit down. Because now he got to look at, okay, why am I acting this way? What am I doing? Why am I putting my hands on people? What issues I'm hiding? Why do I feel like it's okay to walk around and do this like I won't get caught? God done spared you like 3 times, baby. I'm going to tell y'all what my parents used to tell me and my stepfather. He said, and this is what they all said, no matter how many lucks you have, you can have much lucks than lives more than a 9 cat. But when it catch up to you of everything you've done and God has spared you, he gonna make you sit down and pay attention because it's something you're not getting. Now it's time for me to fix. Because now you're doing too much. I've been sparing you. I've been keeping you out of trouble. I've been keeping you forward. I've been blessing you. I'm blessing you to bless your family. Why is you keep doing this? Why? So he's going to look at that. And God going to be like, you know what? You're not listening. I got to sit you down. I've been there. I understand what they're going through. I've been there. Okay? I'll do that for a story time on my TikTok later. And we're going to get into it. You know, that's just like blaming the teacher for suspending your child for doing something when they kept for fighting and knowing they've been torturing this student. And then it's, oh, my child, you can't do that. You can't. You got to let him. Now is the time to sit him and be like, listen, I'm going to support you. We're going to get through this. But you can't blame everybody. Because my thing is, what if either one of them would have killed that girl? You know, when you shoot bullets, they go everywhere. There's a 12-year-old girl that just died in her own house, piece of home, from random shooting because they want to empty a clip before Christmas. So let's not take the time to judge them. Let's take this time to say that both of these, all 3 parties have a lesson learned in this situation, and it's going to depend on what they do with it. This is God's way of saying, hey, I need you to pay attention. I need you to do this and do that before we get to where you got to go. And I really feel like this is their lesson for them. This is time for them to grow up. And you can't party with everybody and get drunk with everybody no more either, because it's getting real out here. Let's be honest. And yeah, it's just time for it just to grow up. Be careful who you with, and it's time for them to really change before they get to the next level. And I'm going to be praying for them, so for their healing as well, because this is a mess. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and have a great Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and Feliz Navidad to all. Feliz Navidad.